marketing. You know, people could just put a sticker anywhere.
Yes.
It was kind of cool because the surf companies could promote their stuff.
Well, so how the sticker story came about was, again, we had very little money to open the doors. So I had just a few things hanging on the walls, a little bit of decor, and the walls relatively looked very sterile, right? So I had the opportunity to cater one of Billabong's trade show parties, and they invited us to come to the trade show, which then was ASR. I think now it's called Agenda, right? They changed the format a bit. So we walk around, and how surf companies and skate companies promote their brands is through stickers, right? It's tagging, right? So being a kid, you always remember how expensive stickers were at a surf shop. So you bought maybe a couple of them, but you could never really buy the big ones because they're so expensive. While walking around the trade show, they gave them away. So I'm like, yes, kid in a candy store, and I collected stickers from every company I could find. And along the way, I also met a bunch of the sales reps, marketing guys from all these companies that didn't realize, because I didn't know that they worked for those brands. I just saw them as my customer. So all of a sudden I goes, well, I didn't know you worked for Stussy. I didn't know you worked for Vision or whatever. So then I got their information. Goes, hey, you ought to stop by. And maybe literally after you're done with this trade show, these banners, these foam core signs, these photos, maybe I can, have them and put them up in my shop. And they're like, you would do this? And goes, well, if you're not going to have, if you need to use it for the next trade show, I understand. But if you're done with it, it'd be great decor for my restaurant. So I had a bag of stickers and a couple of different, called banners. And I put them up, put a few stickers up because I was bored out of my mind. And all of a sudden the other company goes, we didn't know we could promote our brand in your restaurant. I'm like, sure. And he just kind of took a life of his own. So I haven't asked for a banner, a surfboard, or anything for 27 years because most of the brands know that this is a great way for them to promote their brands, because all of a sudden you're sitting there, you see a logo, you don't know what it is, then all of a sudden you go to a surf shop and go, oh yeah, I remember seeing that. And all of a sudden you don't know subliminally why you buy something, right? And I remember years ago there was all this urban, wear that came out, right? And one of the brands was Fresh Jive, right, out of LA. And one of their logos, it was like in the 90s where everybody ripped off somebody's logo and recreated, right? So this was a rainbow, which is the Tide logo. Instead of saying Tide, it said Fresh Jive. So I had parents actually ask him, was that like detergent? He goes, no, that's a brand of clothing. And they're like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden their kids go to the skate shop and they buy a Fresh Jive t-shirt. It was funny.